Hi, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Amberly with Whole Self Emergence, Release and Restore Yoga. And today we are going to practice the exercises that Thomas Hanna has developed for the Green Light Reflex. He has these exercises in this book, Somatics, Reawakening the Mind's Control of Movement, Flexibility, and Health. And these exercises are to help retrain and re-educate the body to release tension in the lower back, the muscles that respond to that green light reflex. If you like and enjoy this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, as I will be offering more content similar to this. Also consider visiting the link in my description to my Release and Restore membership page, where I offer daily live classes to help the body release tension and stress and to restore a sense of balance and well-being. The green light reflex is our body's response to eustress, to positive motivating stress. Our back muscles contract, our shoulders go back, our chest muscles and abdomen puff out, our head goes back, and it's just our very purposeful take action stance. The issue is that in our modern busy culture with emails and notifications and deadlines and very precise schedules, this reflex is constantly being triggered. So our muscles start to become habituated in this response, leading to what Hanna refers to as sensory motor amnesia, where these muscles forget how to relax. And this is what leads to our industrialized culture's most common complaint of ailment, which is lower back pain. In the book, Thomas Hanna has laid out some basic guidelines to help us maximize the benefits from these exercises. And one of the first is just to learn and read more about the reflexes so that you're able to recognize when they're happening, and we can better retrain our body to sustain relaxation in these muscles. I highly recommend the book, Somatics by Thomas Hanna, and you can find the link to the description. You can find the link to the book in my description. And then the second is to bring a lot of awareness to what is happening during the exercises, to what you're sensing in the body, so we can start to make that mind-body connection really well in the body. Next, he talks about the location, so being on a firm surface such as a mat or a carpet, to wear loose, non-constrictive clothing, and to try and do these practices in an area where you will have the least amount of distractions, so that you're really able to go in and sense the motions and bring that full awareness into what is happening. Next, move really slowly and mindfully through each movement so that your brain has a chance to process and notice what's happening with each movement. Be very gentle. Don't go past any of your limitations. There shouldn't be any forcing. If we overwork the pose, if we go past our limitations, our muscles will just contract and they won't offer that release of tension that we're looking for. These practices shouldn't be painful in any way, so just take really small, cautious movements to start out with. We're here to really just explore and bring awareness to the body so that we're able to gently guide it towards healthier ways of being. Lastly, just be persistent, patient, and positive with yourself. We're not looking for a quick fix. These holding patterns didn't happen overnight. We're going to take the time to re-educate our body and mind so that we can experience long-lasting positive change. So we're going to start our practice on our back, their knees bent and the soles of the feet on the floor, close to underneath our knees. And we're just going to start by gently pressing our pelvis into the floor several times. You won't be able to really see this movement. We're just sensing it. We're bringing awareness into our body, sensing that pelvis pressing into the floor. And next, this time, we're going to start pressing our tailbone into the floor so that our lower back starts to arch. Moving it gently, and place your hand underneath your lower back so you can feel the muscles that are contracting with this arch. And we'll slowly release that down. And on your inhale, pressing into that tailbone again so that your lower back starts to arch. Remember, slow, gentle, not forcing anything. Very small, cautious movements. Exhale as you gradually lower. Inhale as you press into the tailbone. So the back slowly starts to arch. Exhale as you release the pelvis, the lower back. Inhale as you arch. Exhale as you slowly release. And as you release, we're going to press the pelvis, lower back into the floor just a little bit more so that the tailbone slightly lifts. Inhale, pressing into the tailbone. Really staying aware of everything that's moving in these movements, keeping them gentle. Pressing as you exhale, pressing into the pelvis as the tailbone slightly lifts. Inhale, pressing into the tailbone until your back gently arches. We'll do this about 10 more times. Pressing into the lower back of the pelvis so the tailbone slightly lifts. Very slow. These muscles right here that we're arching in the lower back are the muscles that are typically contracted in our green light reflex. And take one more full movement, inhaling as you press in the tailbone, arching. Exhale as you press in the lower back, the pelvis area as the tailbone lifts. And we'll come back to neutral. Release, relax, just notice, just sense the sensations you're feeling right now. And we're going to slowly turn over onto our front side. Taking it nice and slow and gentle. Bring your left cheek to the back of your right hand, and your left arm is just down by your side, palms face down. And we're going to start by just lifting our elbow off the floor 3 times. So just the elbow. And just noticing all the muscles that are moving as you lift and lower your elbow slowly. Staying really aware of the movement. Next, we're going to lift our head, looking over our right shoulder 3 times. Very slowly, very mindfully. Doesn't have to go too far off. And we're noticing everything that's moving with this movement. Maybe feeling it down our spine, into our pelvis area. One more time, lift. and lower. Next, we'll do the elbow with the head. So moving with the back of your hand, lift the elbow and the head, and lower. And do it again. Slowly lift. Notice what is happening here. Maybe noticing it traveling down the left-hand side of your spine into that left buttocks. One more time, slowly lift. Feel maybe your left buttock slightly contracting, that left leg wanting to lift off the floor, and slowly lower back down. Wait till you're fully lowered, and then we're going to lift that left leg off the floor and slowly lower it. Lift and lower. Notice what you feel here, maybe the contraction in that right shoulder balancing the move. One more time, lift the left leg and lower the left leg, noticing what you feel, all the muscles that are involved. And now we're going to simultaneously lift the left leg, the right shoulder, and the cheek up off the floor at the same time. And lower. Lift. And lower. Noticing how these movements balance each other. And lower. Now we will switch sides, so bringing your right arm down by your side. Bring your right cheek to the back of your left hand. And we'll start just by lifting and lowering the elbow 3 times, very slowly, very mindfully. And now the head, looking over the left shoulder. And you're feeling it down the right spine, into that right pelvis, into the right buttocks maybe a little bit, that right leg starting to firm up. And now moving the head and the arm, everything lifting. And lowering. Slowly lift. It can be very small movements. This doesn't need to be much at all. And lastly, lift. Feeling that right buttocks start to tighten, the muscle of the leg tightening and lifting, and slowly lower. And then we'll do our right leg. So lift the right leg and slowly lower. See if you can sense what's happening with that right shoulder. That left shoulder, see what's happening with that left shoulder, tightening, contracting. Slowly lower that right foot back down, and we'll do it simultaneously with the upper body, the elbow and the head lifting, with the right leg lifting at the same time. And lower 3 times. Lift. Lower. And one more time. Slowly lift. And lower. Relax, just notice for a moment. And now we're going to bring our right hand on top of our left and just bring our forehead to rest on top of both of our hands. For the next 5 exercises, I just want you to notice and bring awareness to all the muscles that are contracting in the neck, in the shoulders, in the back, in the buttocks, in the hamstrings, the legs. We're going to start just by lifting and lowering our right leg 3 times. Very slowly, lift and lower. Be with all the sensations you feel. Stay right in your body. Lift, lower, lift, lower. We'll do it on the left side. Lift, slowly lower, lift, lower. One more time. Lift and lower. And now we'll raise our head with our right leg 3 times and lower it. Lower, lift. No strain, just going as far as is comfortable for you. Lift and lower. Feel all the muscles in the back moving. We'll do the other side. Lift and lower the left foot with the head. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. And relax. And now we'll do both feet with the head just once, just slightly off the ground. And lower. Very slowly, feeling everything that's releasing as we lower back down. And now we're going to slowly turn back over onto our back. Knees are bent, soles of the feet are on the ground, close to your buttocks. Arms are just by your side, palms face down. And for our last 6 exercises, we're just going to be pressing the tailbone into the floor again as we arch our lower back with that motion. And as we exhale, allowing the lower back to release back onto the floor. Press into the lower back as you gently lift your head off the floor. Release back down slowly, mindfully, pressing into the tailbone as the lower back arches. Slowly relax the lower back into the floor. Very gently pressing into the lower back as your head arches or your head raises. Go 4 more times at your own pace. 2 more times. Press into the tailbone, lower back arches. Relax the lower back. Slowly, gently press into the lower back, lifting your head slightly off the floor. One more time. We're back down. Extend the legs out. And take this time just for sensing. For noticing those back muscles. And Thomas Hanna recommends doing this practice over again, still slow, cautious movements, and doing this practice regularly to start to bring awareness to those muscles that we're using in that swayed back green light reflex, so that we can bring that awareness and start to retrain our body and mind to relax. And then just noticing after this practice how you feel, if you feel a little taller, more relaxed through your lower back and your body. Thank you so much for joining me today. And again, like and subscribe if you enjoy this practice, as I will be adding future videos to go over the other reflexes that are described in Thomas Hanna's Somatics book. Thank you so much.